Hello all, I hope this letter receives you in good health. My name is Mary Wollstonecraft, and I am writing to you today to invite you to a very special event. For this Enlightenment Salon, I will serve wine and cheese, and we will discuss a significant topic. It is my wish that we form a feminist union in order to defend and promote the rights of women, specifically in the area of education. My notion is that change results from unrest. For thousands of years, women have always been considered lower than men. Throughout history, we have not been given the same opportunities as men, even though we are equal to men in skill and ability. Unrest still ferments within society. Women need change. I was inspired to form this feminist union after reading Rousseau's Emile, or On Education, which is a treatise on the nature of education and on the nature of man. In response to his book, I dedicated a substantial portion of my chapter and animadversions on some of the writers who have rendered women objects of pity, bordering on contempt, in a vindication of the rights of women, written by me, in order to argue with Rousseau and his arguments. Rousseau states that women should be, quote, passive and weak, put up little resistance, and are made specially to please men. I have invited a variety of guests who will provide multiple viewpoints on this issue. By the way, I have also invited Rousseau in order to convince him why women are equal to men. Together, we have the power to enact change. I hope you can all attend my feminist union. I know it might be hard for some of you since you're from the Congo, the age of anxiety, Hertfordshire, and even modern times. Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake to transcend time and geography. Trust me, this dinner party's worth it. I hope to see you all there. Sincerely, the one and only Mary Wollstonecraft. Please turn to the first page of the agenda to learn what we will be discussing this evening. Hello and welcome everybody to my humble abode. It is with great pleasure to have you here as we fight for women's rights to education. For those of you who don't know me, I am Mary Wollstonecraft. I hope you all read my book, A Vindication of the Rights of Women, and enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Well then, Rousseau, why don't you start off the introductions?
I never intended to attend such a trivial event, but I thought I would come and amuse myself with this buffoonery. Well, for those of you who don't know me from my immense success during the Enlightenment, my name is Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Well, I strongly believe.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Who's next?
Greetings all, I'm Elizabeth from Hertfordshire. It is an honour to be here with all of you.
Good evening, ladies. I'm John Stuart Mill. Thank you for allowing me to join you tonight at this important event.
Ha! What a girl.
Hey ladies, I am so happy to be here to represent the Guerrilla Girls. I completely support this event and look so forward to enacting change. Go girls!
Oh, hello y'all. Thank you for inviting me to this event.
Well, I guess Brett didn't show up yet. I hope you all meet her later.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. I know you're all probably wondering where I got this amazing dress on sale, Bloomingdale's. Tonight's gonna be a blast.
Now turn to the next page.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to meet you all. My name is Artemisia Gentileschi. Please excuse the paint spotted on my hands. I was just finishing up my latest painting for my next exhibit.
Evening all, my name is Cindy. Thank you for having me. I'll also be taking a few pictures for Mary to preserve the memories from this joyous, remarkable event.
So let us begin for our first point of discussion.
Oh my god, so sorry I'm late, everybody. Hi, my name is Brett.
Did you see what she was wearing? I totally read that situation and she was definitely being promiscuous last week.
Nice to see you, Brett. So glad you could make it. Now let us continue. We were about to discuss women's education. As most of you know, education is of primary importance to me. Women have not been given the right opportunities, and this problem needs to be resolved immediately.
Mary, I also believe that education is a main concern. In my book, The Subjection of Women, I attempted to make a case for perfect equality. I commented on 3 major facets of women's lives that are hindering them: society and gender construction, education, and marriage. I think that the oppression of women is one of the few remaining relics from ancient times, a set of prejudices that have severely impeded the progress of humanity. I completely champion for all women to become educated.
Well, we also need to consider that not all education is just inside the classroom. Women don't necessarily need to go to college. Instead, they need to have the freedom to experience the world. Like me.
Yeah, I agree, Brett. Not all women need a formal education to be successful. Take me as a perfect example. I'm the owner of a super successful hotel in the Congo, and I never went to college or even graduated from high school.
I almost ran off to the Congo with a man. We could have stayed at your hotel.
No way, totally.
Yeah.
Who let those two preposterous girls walk through the door? See, this is what happens when you let women get together.
So if we get back to the topic at hand, I think that women are the backbone of the family. So if you educate the mother, you're going to educate the children too. Education is the key to women's progress in society and their respective fields.
Oh, Oleana, since you're a mother, what do you think?
I agree that educating a mother and her children is important. I used to do extra reading practice with two of my daughters, Leah and Ada. Now Ada is a successful doctor.
Oh, of course, the precious Leah and Ada. Ada's successful, but I'm the hotter one, obviously.
In fact, education has been proven to decrease infant mortality along with domestic and sexual violence.
Yes, I definitely agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's show some decorum. Does anybody else have something to say about female education?
Many feminists believe that women are being suppressed by a male-dominated society, both in education and later in life. They argue that the curriculum is more based around traditionally male subjects, thus it sets up women for more success in furthering education. Coupled with the stereotypical views of a woman's part in society of becoming housewives, marrying early, or having children, feminists argue that this contributes to the suppression put on women by the male-dominated society.
How are these views of feminism represented in your artwork?
Well, my photographic portraiture is both intensely grounded in the present while extends long traditions in art that force the audience to reconsider common stereotypes and cultural assumptions. My work continually re-examines women's roles in society.
Ugh, what is with all these pretentious artists? Calm down, you're not Michelangelo.
What's wrong with our society's view on women? Why do you think we need to re-examine it?
Well, speaking of that, I recently read an article written by the one and only Beyonce, in which she said men are free and women are not. Basically, I believe that women are overly sexualized in pop culture. Everywhere you look, ads, music videos, magazines, there's always a focus on women's appearance, rather than on their achievements.
Right, just like Willem de Kooning's Woman 1. De Kooning was trying to portray how the media deforms women and makes them look like they're something they're not.
Well, what's wrong with an emphasis on female sexuality? Maybe some women like the fact that the spotlight is on their bodies. Like me.
What foolishness. A woman should be praised only for her goodness of heart and purity of mind. The body is temporary, while the spirit is perpetual, and that is what a woman should be proud of.
Yes, a woman should pride herself on her intellectual capabilities rather than on her outward appearance.
Well, why does education really matter? If you needed to make a living, you could always just marry a rich guy. What's wrong with that?
Yes, exactly. I agree with Rachel. Women's roles are simply to stay at home and support their husband by being a good wife and mother. There is no room for a woman to be educated. Women's options should be entirely limited to the roles of wife and mother. What need would there be to allow a woman to determine for herself what nature has already psychologically dictated her and her destiny?
If I may say something, I have spent my whole life being a devoted wife and mother, and it's a full-time job. I struggle to keep the house clean, let alone have time to go out and have a good education. My sole purpose is to give my children a good life.
Well, Mom, I made my own fortune on my own wits.
Oh yeah, your own wits.
Well then, now that we're forming a union, we'll need to choose positions. Would it be alright with everybody if I was president?
No.
Oh, so, do you have any objections?
Well, this whole affair is clearly absurd. Women belong only in the house, making sandwiches for their man. Why in the world would they need education to learn how to make a sandwich? Just don't forget the mustard.
Well, moving on from whatever that was, I want to be the PR representative. I'm the best looking one in this room, and I'm the kind of woman that would attract all the followers.
Well, maybe in the Congo, darling, you're considered attractive.
Wow. Well, sorry that I'm not a Parisian Catherine the Great. Have fun with your horse.
What the Frida Kahlo? You two-timing little Martin Luther? I've got 95 insults, but a horse ain't one.
Ta-ta to Bowie, I can't even deal with you.
Okay, well, let's all settle down now. PR really isn't the most important position. Let's talk about who's going to be vice president. I was thinking I would be a good choice because...
Oh, actually, Elizabeth, I was considering Gorilla Girl to be vice president. She's so smart, kind, and will definitely propel our feminist movement with all her social media and self-promotion.
Okay, if you think that's fair. What the Publius alias Fortunatus? Why in the world would she consider a gorilla girl for the VP position? Who is going to take a gorilla seriously? I mean, she's so hairy, even without the mask. Also, I'm positive that Mary has deteriorated with age. I mean, she's pretty much a grandma.
Now, I don't think that board positions are our top priority. I think we just need to focus on the purpose of this important feminist union.
Exactly. Let's talk about how all upper-class women need to be educated, especially in the arts. That way they can realize their potential.
Wait, it shouldn't just be upper-class women who are getting opportunities for an education. I strongly believe that every woman has a right to an education. For those who are less fortunate, an education might be the only chance for a better life.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. This has gone too far. Now you're talking about lower class women getting an education? But in reality, women shouldn't be educated at all. Their only roles are wives and mothers. That's it.
Rousseau, haven't you learned anything from this meeting? There are so many ways that society can be improved through women becoming educated. The reason I invited you here was because I wanted you to see my side of the story. You don't know what it feels like to be denied opportunities just because of gender, which is such a trivial characteristic. Women are judged by society on their appearances, not their moral characters. When you write a book, people take you seriously. When I write something of value, I have to work so hard to be taken seriously.
Well, I haven't learned anything today.
You ignorant man! How could you have sat here this whole time listening to all these empowered women and not learned a thing? I, for one, feel inspired. My whole life, I've allowed a man to control my actions, and I have completely lost the woman I used to be. But this meeting has shed some light on how strong women can be and how I can regain control of my life. Nathan will no longer control my life.
Speaking of the devil, Orleana, what are you doing here? I thought I told you not to come to this party.
Actually, this is a union meeting.
Come on, Orleana, I've been in church all day, and you haven't even made dinner yet.
No, I'm not coming with you. If you're really hungry, you can make your own dinner.
Ooh, burn! Orleana, what has gotten into you?
I finally learned how to be an empowered woman.
Orleana, what kind of a wife are you? You're supposed to be subservient to your husband.
No, Rousseau, this whole meeting has proved that us women need to fight for our rights, and Orleana has shown us that it can be a success.
Let's dance.
We run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah.
Dear Mary, after our feminist dinner party, I have had time to reflect my disposition regarding the rights of women. I've learned a lot of isms throughout my life: nationalism, socialism, imperialism, mercantilism, but now I know feminism. Just like any other Enlightenment salon, we accomplished practically nothing last night. However, what I took away from this event is that women are really, really, really close to being equal to men. Like, they are so close. Like, really close. From your main philosopher, the one and only Jean-Jacques Rousseau.